Hey, I hope you're getting excited about your cruise. I just wanted to walk you through your documents real quick. This is just a sample, so this will not be specific to your ship and sail date. So keep that in mind when I'm walking you through everything. Just so you know, you can either click View in App or View Online. We're going to click View Online for this. However, if you were to click View in App, it will prompt you to download the app, and the app is good for when you're traveling because you don't have to use Wi-Fi or cell service to use it. So keep that in mind. First, I'm going to have your documents attached. So let's get those all open. You're just going to click on that paper clip to open them up, and they're going to open up in a new window. So this one is going to be your actual boarding pass, your embarkation form, as they call it. It's got your UPC code, your scan code, whatever to get you on the ship. So you're going to need to have that. I will have all this printed out for you and included in your document packet. I've also given you your confirmation just in case there's any discrepancies once you get on board. For example, if you have an onboard credit or drink package, Wi-Fi package, and it's not showing up, you can always take this down to guest services and have that corrected. You always want to have things handled on board the ship because it's easier to handle things on the ship versus once you get home. So just take a few minutes. I know it's vacation and you want to have a good time, but take a few minutes and just, stay on top of that and monitor everything. This is the useful information document that they send you. So be sure to take time to read through that. It's going to give you all kinds of tips that'll be very helpful and make your vacation less stressful once you actually get there. I've also mentioned that you need to pay attention to your onboard account. I've seen a lot of discrepancies with overcharges on cruises, so I just want you to be aware of that. I monitor my cruise onboard account on a daily basis to make sure that there's no surprises. So just like when you monitor your email daily, monitor your onboard account daily, you'll be able to access it through your TV in your stateroom or either through the app. So just stay on top of it and watch it so it doesn't sneak up on you. We do have a cruise loyalty program. I have given you information about that. If you book on board or you book within 30 days of returning from your trip, we will give you a little perk for that. So keep that in mind. With dining reservations, I definitely recommend that if you want to do any specialty dining, that you do that as soon as you board the ship. They don't release all of the reservations ahead of time. So if you didn't get what you wanted ahead of time, don't fret. If you will go straight to the dining desk as soon as you get on board, I bet they'll have availability for you. Can't guarantee it, but I bet they will. As far as COVID protocols, there's no vaccines or testing required right now. Hopefully that never comes back. MSC does do something a little bit different. You do have to register your credit card once you're on board the ship. So again, I would just go ahead and handle all this as soon as I board the ship. I'd go ahead and get checked in. I'd go to the dining desk. I'd register my credit card and then go have a good time. So there you can either go to guest services or there are kiosks around the ship. Kiosk is going to be the easiest way because there's not going to be a big line. The dress code, I've given you a link for the dress code, so you can just click on that. It'll take you to MSC's dress code, and they do have some different theme parties. I don't know how much, they don't give you a whole lot of information. Well, the sunshine and the white party. The white party is a must. You must go do that. So, and it has a lot of participation. So that is a must, I would say. I've given you ship specific information. So take your time to read through all that. Again, I will have this printed out for you and included in your document packet. If you have the internet package, I've given you information about that there. I've also prompted you to download the MSC app and utilize it. You're going to want to go ahead and get it set up before your vacation actually begins. That is what it looks like in the App Store, the Google Play Store. And you can use this app once you get on the ship and you log into their free Wi-Fi. Their free Wi-Fi will also allow you to text iPhone to iPhone, but only iPhone to iPhone. So I don't know why that is, but it is. And also you have to log into the free Wi-Fi to utilize the app, which they want you to utilize because it's going to have your daily itinerary and some other information in there. So just go ahead and download it, get it set up, get ready for it. And then their Wi-Fi, just so you know, it is a little tricky. Be aware that and this is for specifically if you bought the Wi-Fi package or if it's included in your package. Once you log into one device, you're going to be stuck with that device. So if you log into your phone, you're not going to be able to log out of your phone and then use your computer. So whichever device you choose, make sure it's the one you want to use for the whole week. If you have the drink package included, I've included that information. They do charge onboard gratuities. This goes towards your room stewards, your dining room staff, and other behind the scenes people. If you haven't prepaid them, they're going to automatically charge your account. And in my experience with the MSC staff on board, they're going to tell you that they don't receive that money. However, according to the link, MSC says that they do not recommend you tip individual staff members. However, I typically travel with small denominations like ones and fives and tip along the way as I go. I just find I get better service that way, but that's up to you and it's a completely personal decision for you. It's not expected. I've talked about ID required for travel, so be aware of that. Leisure care insurance or MSC insurance. If you purchased insurance, I'm including information about that. If you are flying to your port, I've given you information about flying right there. If you just click on that, there's some information there. And also just be aware that airlines do charge luggage fees. If you're driving and you need to get to the port, I've given you port information. This is Port Canaveral, but if you're going out of Galveston or Miami, I will have port specific information there for you about that. Who to call if you have an issue. Again, you are going to be your own best advocate while you're traveling. Once you start traveling, there's not a whole lot I can do for you. If you encounter any issues with flights, if you're flying, talk to the gate agent. They have the most power. They truly do. It's easier to talk to a gate agent than it is to call in. However, flights have airlines have made it super easy to change your flights via the app now. So be aware of that. If it was me and my flight got majorly delayed, I'd be on the app while I was in line to talk to a gate agent. If your flight gets majorly delayed, be sure that you're asking for things like hotel vouchers, food vouchers, lounge vouchers, seat upgrades. The airlines are not obligated to do any of this for you, but if you ask and you're nice and definitely be nice, they might give it to you. If you have insurance, be sure to save any receipts you have so that we can make an insurance claim if applicable. Let's see. On the cruise, if you have any issues on the cruise, if you're not happy with something in your room or just anything, if you're not happy with something, go to guest services and talk to them. Give them the opportunity to correct it. I guarantee you, I promise you, they want you to be happy. So go to the front desk and report it to them. Give them the opportunity to correct it. If by chance they don't do a good job of that, keep good records so that we can talk when you get back and I can see what I can do. Also, if you're having trouble and you've gone through all these steps and still not happy with everything, text me or send me a message through WhatsApp, and I can advise you. I don't know that I could really do anything, but I can advise you. I've given you information about how to dial an international phone number. If you're coming into a port that does use the mobile passport app, I've given you information about that. If you're flying international and you're coming back into the US, you will definitely want to utilize this. But I would recommend that you go ahead and get it set up. They're going to want to know like your passport information. They're going to want some pictures. So just go ahead and get it set up so that when you get back on US soil, that's all you have to do is just answer the 5 or 6 questions. You don't have to set up and put in all the information that they require. And I would say there are a couple of little hiccups with this app from time to time. For example, if you have to be on US soil before you can even start filling this out. So be aware of that. So what I typically do is as soon as my plane hits the US, I take my phone off airplane mode, I open up the app and I go through and I answer the questions and submit it. That being said, I've had a couple of times where I had to do a hard restart on my phone. Your phone just doesn't want to cooperate with you going from international back to the US. So it's something to do with the towers, is my understanding. So do a hard reset on your phone, then go through and try it. If that doesn't work, I have had to be actually inside the airport for it to work. So just if you get denied on the plane, just when you get in the airport, try it again. And then you have to specifically look for this line. A lot of times they hide it, and a lot of times you have to ask where it is, and they're going to want to see that you actually have submitted the questions before they will let you in that line. But It's been my experience that it's faster than global entry even. If you are traveling internationally, which most cruises do, be sure to check out this customs and duty information if you plan on buying anything abroad, because you don't want to get in trouble for that and you want to know what's duty free and what's not. Just some various information right there for you. I do recommend you get COVID tested before beginning your vacation just so you don't have any surprises. I've given you a well-being travel checklist here, just ways to stay healthy while you're away. And then you'll start in with your itinerary. If you are flying, I've told you you've got to check in online beginning 24 hours prior to your flight. I will have told you what the website is that you need to go to and what your air confirmation number is so that you can do your online check-in. Also, if you are flying, I do recommend that you download the airlines app and utilize it. It's going to tell you things like, hey, we've changed gates, or hey, your flight's been delayed. Or hey, your luggage has boarded the plane. So definitely go ahead and get set up with that. If you are flying, I've given you flight information, as you can see. And then you always have to be on the ship at least 2 hours prior to departure. So keep that in mind. Reason for that is they've got to get the information over to immigration so that y'all can set sail. All right. And then the cool thing about this app is there are deck plans on here that you can look at. So each one, you can just click on those and see deck plans if that's something that interests you. And then you just scroll through your itinerary. If you have any shore excursions, I have listed those here. And if you booked outside of the cruise line and I'm aware of it, then I've included your tickets in here as well so that you have those. If you book through the cruise line, they're going to provide your tickets in your stateroom cabin the day before the cruise, the day before the excursion. So if that does not happen, go to the shore excursions desk and ask them what's up. And other than that, if you were to have a return flight the day before, I've made a note that you need to check in online for your flight again. So you're going to have to take time to be responsible again. And I've told you what website and also your flight itinerary number. And then I've given you return flight information if you have that. All right, that's it. If you have any questions at this point, it's best to call me. Don't text because there's going to be a lot of what ifs and buts and that kind of stuff. So give me a call if you have any questions. I hope you're looking forward to your trip. I have no doubt that you're going to have a great time. If you have any questions, give me a call. Have fun.